Aussie has bagged the biggest prize in the history of network television. Former Australian Survivor winner David Genat has pocketed $5.8 million on Deal or No Deal Island. This is a TV show that combines Survivor and Deal or No Deal, and I did not just make that up. Over the season, contestants accumulate money that goes into a big prize pool, and like Survivor contestants, they're voted off. And then ultimately, the man who they call the Golden God found himself picking between two suitcases.
The most money anyone has ever won in the history of network television. Deal or no deal?
I know where that money's at.
Oh, David.
But I've also seen hubris take out a lot of people. I think in this case, deal.
It was a win for humility. Meet Australia's newest multimillionaire, David Genat.
Yeah, humility's not really my thing, especially at the moment. But
Yeah. I'm picking up that vibe, mate, because you are loaded. What's the plan now?
Man, I haven't slept in 2 days, so I'm not actually sure what the plan is, but it's going to be something good. It's going to be something good. I think it's such an obscene amount of money. And I've had to sit on this for almost a year. Like, we finished filming August last year. So it's been really an exercise in kind of like pushing down my emotions and trying to pretend like, oh, I don't know who won, who could have won and how.
David, that must have been so hard for you, though. You were probably looking at diamond-encrusted shoes, wondering, do I buy them or not? Like, how on earth have you gone through the last year?
I mean, I've always been a big fan of diamond-encrusted shoes, so that was never really a question.
It was going to happen, yeah.
But no, it was really more about, like, all your friends and family being like, so how did that show go? You being like, oh, all right, it was fine. Because, I mean, I floated for the first 2 weeks after I finished. We finished filming and I just was like humming. My body was like on a different frequency. So trying to suppress that when you're around people and you constantly have the biggest shit-eating grin on your face. How did it go? It was good. It was fine. I don't know.
So one of the things that you managed to hide throughout the show, I understand, is that you are a winner of Australian Survivor, and had people known that, they might have, lined up against you and voted you out because you would have been a threat. Like, how much do you think that could have changed the outcome?
So, well, it was huge. They had another Survivor champion, American Survivor champion, Parvati Shallow, on there. And she was such a huge threat to everyone. Now, I was getting these behind-the-scenes conversations they didn't want her to hear, where they're like, we can't have a Survivor champion come in here and run over the top of us like this. That's never going to happen. And I was like, yeah, we can't let that happen.
David, you've obviously got a pretty good track record. What show are you going to tackle next?
I thought I might start hosting the project.
Hey,
so
okay.
That works out. Waleed and I are going to fight to the death next month.
You could just give him $9 million bucks.
I'm
That would probably do the trick.
Waleed, so you might have to start packing on some size. I'm just
Okay.
You can see it here.
A really weird
Pay-per-view.
smackdown all of a sudden. David, I was going to say thanks for your time, but now I'll just say see you in hell, punk.
Perfect. The beef started, man. That's it. The seed's been planted.
All away. I'm all business.
My money's on Dave. And you can catch Deal or No Deal Island now on 10 Play. And Dave will be back on 10 later in the year in the Ultimate Survivor Showdown, Australia versus the world, and also Waleed versus David.
Yeah, well, that is if he doesn't have another job.